Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Foodcaster, everything buying, cooking, and eating food. How you doing? I'm Michael Seven Michael, and today on Foodcaster we have a very special guest, Lady M. How you doing, Lady M?
I'm good. How you doing?
Now we met at the International African Arts Festival.
Yes.
And you were cooking up a storm over there. How'd you get involved with that?
I was. Actually, well, I started making sandwiches, vegetarian sandwiches for the family.
Okay.
And, everyone was telling me it's so delicious, so delicious. Actually, when I was on set doing an acting gig, one of the directors, was asking or recommending me, not recommending me, asking, do I know anybody that knows how to cook? And I was like, well, I do cooking. And
you don't cook. I do cooking. You heard
Yes.
that? I do cooking. Okay.
Exactly. And so I told them my dishes that I can make sandwiches,
Okay.
vegan soul food. And so I bought the sandwiches that day of the set, and everybody enjoyed it. And from that point on, I just got more involved in cooking and doing festivals and got more motivated to just, flourish pretty much.
So you're an actress as well as a chef
Yes.
and an entrepreneur.
Yes.
How do you balance all that?
Well, it's a lot, but I balance it really well. Act is my passion, so whatever gigs that I get casted for that week or that month, I just get it done and then film the TV show. And then the festivals is only really like a certain amount of days per the year, so I have, a little time to play around with. And it all falls into place really, so I'm grateful for that, and I balance pretty much everything, so.
Something special. We're gonna use the power of technology. Now you made us some vegan dishes.
Yes.
Now, can you please explain what are the dishes and what's the difference between the two?
Okay, so I have two different types of macaroni and cheese. So this macaroni and cheese is the one made with almond cheese, and then
Okay.
this one is made with vegan cheddar cheese.
Now explain this to me, okay? The whole thing of being vegan. Again, there's a separation between vegan and vegetarian. If you're a vegan, you don't eat any products that come from animals as well as animals. So how do you have vegan mac and cheese?
So primarily vegan macaroni and cheese, you can either have a base, your cheese can be a base of different types of nuts, Brazilian nuts, walnuts, cashew, almonds, or you can have a processed vegan cheese that's in your local stores, and it's pretty much easier to just put in the oven and just melts by itself.
And what did you do here?
Oh, for the almond macaroni and cheese, it's kind of similar. So you use the nuts that you would use for the cheese. You would soak it overnight, blend it up, and extract whatever you need from the nuts, and basically using that to make the cheese. And you add your seasonings, and other things to make it a thicker base. Yeah, so what I mean by a thicker base is the cheese consistency of how thick you want it so it can be able to stick together. You can also use argos flakes, which is a sea vegetable that binds the macaroni and the cheese together, or you can use something like potatoes that is really thick, and you blend it up with the seasonings and the nuts together.
Wow.
And it gives it a
It
really
sounds
creamy
good. Does it taste
texture.
good? Does it taste like real mac and cheese?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It tastes really good, but it has a whole different acquired taste that you have to get used
Oh.
to. Yeah.
Now, why are you vegan? It's just you grew up with it, or are there health benefits? Why
Why
you
are-
decided to be vegan?
Well, I'm vegan now. I was born and raised a vegetarian, and pretty much growing up, learning about the female reproductive system, and learning how meat and dairy affects the body in so many ways. I would pay attention to all my friends and how their bodies would react, and they would be in certain pains, and I would just look at them and analyze, like, wow, like, do I really want to continue living my life like that? And making better choices for myself. So I ventured off from vegetarian, realizing that that diet is not a good choice at all, because it makes your body very inflammatory and it causes other problems as well. And so I ventured off.
So, what are the benefits? Let's just, yeah, from your understanding, why should people or could people get into being a vegan?
Why you should or could, possibly go vegan.
Don't want to say you have to. Legal
Right.
reasons.
Right. Right, exactly. It's all up to you. It's a process as well. I mean,
All right, so there's two basic ones, like this vegan diet, which is like, the majority of like the junk food vegans, where they have like the processed meat and the radiated, products and stuff like that. And you have the alkaline version, which is a high carbonated electric alkaline diet. Pretty much is like plant-based things that are grown in nature, and the sun has given it, the fruits and vegetables, its necessary nutrients and minerals to be electrical for the body. So pretty much, like I said, anything that's carbon and iron base is beneficial for the body. So it's basically, you have better eyesight, better memory, your chakras are more in line, you're in tune with nature, clearer thoughts, less inflammation, less pain, just pretty much your cells will be able to regenerate faster, and reversal of the aging process. It's just so many benefits that being a vegan entitles. So
'Cause I know when I'm in the car, when I'm on the train, when I'm on the move, and I got to go to different places, it is easy just to get a quick bite to eat. So, how does someone get prepared to basically make? You have to cook like all the time. Like, it sounds like work.
yes,
There's no other way to say it. I'm really cooking all the time.
that's true. How do you prepare? I mean, is it like, are you directed the question toward me or just in general?
Just in general, like it sounds like if I'm an artist and I'm on the go. I'm a producer and I'm all over the place.
Okay.
It's easy to stop. I don't want to plug any fast food places, but there's so many places with golden arches and
Right.
big burger buns around
Right.
that you could easily just pick something up. So, I mean, how much of a lifestyle change, are we looking at here?
It's really, if you think of it as being the most dramatic, drastic change in your life, then it can be. But
if you have the discipline and the willpower to want to change your diet and want to be healthier, then of course you would study and look up or take classes of how to make certain vegan dishes, and experiment and just make something light. I'm not saying like make a whole 5-course meal or meal prep for that whole week. No, you start off slow, smoothie, salad, sandwiches and stuff like that, and you just work your way up to different platters.
Okay.
someone supposed to lift it up.
Sure, you can lift it up.
Okay.
Whatever you need to do.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the almond cheese macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
So the first process I did was
So I used almonds, Jamaican almonds, not the regular almonds that you see in the store. The regular almonds in the store are hybrid almonds, and they're very detrimental to your kidneys and liver. They do have cyanide in it. So usually I use the Jamaican almonds. Pretty much I soak them overnight in water, and that releases a certain enzymes that aid in digestion and also to release the salt and make it much softer, so when I do blend it to make the cream sauce, it's easier for the nuts to just dissolve. Pretty much then after that I would add all my seasonings to the blender, basil, parsley, onion powder, cayenne pepper, a little paprika, and if I wanted more like of a thick consistency, I would add some red potatoes to the blender. Of course, I would definitely soak my potatoes first, boil them in water, and make sure they're soft enough to go in the blender. And now to also get that zingy taste, I would add key lime juice, to give it that zap, that oomph. And that's pretty much it. Definitely can't forget your sea salt. That's like the number one thing you can add to that, so it can taste good, of course. And now for my binder, for what makes it stick together, has a good cake slice type of macaroni and cheese, I would use agar flakes. And agar flakes is a sea vegetable that I would put some flakes in a pan, put a little bit of water and stir as I go, and then it will clump up as like a gel type of substance. I would pour that into my pan of macaroni and cheese and mix it up. Now agar flakes has no taste. It does kind of smell like the sea vegetables, but it doesn't have a pungent taste or smell to where you're eating it, and when after it's cooked you'll notice it, so don't worry about that. It's just a great binder. So you always want to make sure your elbow macaroni is boiled and tender enough to mix your ingredients together, of course, and not too tender, because when you rebake it in the oven, it's going to be even softer. Now, I didn't use the regular macaroni, elbow macaroni. I used the quinoa elbow macaroni.
So what I did
And
was...
what's the difference? What does that mean?
Quinoa is a seed from a goosefoot plant. It's a natural green.
Versus the elbow regular macaroni and cheese, which is just the wheat plant.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So I also wanted to give it a little extra flavor, so I chopped up some onions. I put it in the pan, and once I'm done with that, I just pour the cheese over the macaroni. I mix everything in, and then you just stick it right in the oven.
And that's how I completed the vegan almond macaroni and cheese.
Interesting. Now, the other one you have in front of you is you have the
almond, and the other one is the vegan macaroni and cheese.
now what's going on with that one?
This one is I did the same process with blending all the spices together.
Okay.
But what I didn't use the almond cheese with this. I used Daiya cheddar cheese and Daiya mozzarella
What
cheese.
is that? Because I went to a place that makes a bunch of mac and cheese. I'll say it that way. And they had Daiya cheese. I didn't know what that was, but I did have the mac and cheese. Funny that you brought mac and cheese today, because I just had that yesterday.
Oh,
but it
nice.
was a mac and cheese with Daiya,
Okay.
and it had mushrooms and truffle butter.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It was amazing. It was amazing. There was no, I got to get used to the taste of this.
Right.
And if anything, I want to get used to eating that every week.
Okay. Yeah.
But what is Daiya cheese?
It's basically a bunch of vegetable oils that are mixed together: coconut oil, tapioca starch, and like pea protein. That
Soy, though.
No, not soy. No.
Okay. Yeah, because I heard soy is not really that good for you.
no, it's really detrimental to especially the women and men. It's a lot of estrogen problems that they develop, and it's in a lot of our foods. A lot.
Oh, it has soy, so
Right.
I'm good. I'm doing my duty of trying to eat well, but especially men do not. Well, I wouldn't say don't eat it, but don't eat too much of it. It shouldn't be an everyday thing because it's too much estrogen in it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. In moderation.
And maybe that's why the rappers these days are really soft.
Hey, I don't know.
Shots fired. Bang, 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 bang. But I'm just saying, you know what? I think I figured it out. I figured it out on Foodcaster. Of all the shows that I do. Maybe that's the difference. It's the diet. Because back in the day, rappers ate, like food.
Exactly.
And these guys are eating soy.
I don't know.
All right, moving right along.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, but the diet cheese was amazing, though. Where can I get that?
You can get diet cheese at your local Whole Foods.
You serious? Really?
Yes, you can get diet cheese at Whole Foods.
And it's just a block of cheese, or?
No, they have shredded types. You can get slices. You can get blocks of cheese. It's different types: pepper jack, mozzarella, provolone.
Now, would Whole Foods be the only place, or would like Fairway and Trader Joe's, would they have that too, or that's a Whole Foods thing?
It's more so of a Whole Foods thing. Trader Joe might have a different type of vegan cheese, but
Okay.
I know Whole Foods definitely have it. Fairway, they might have their own type of vegan cheese, but I'm not sure if it's diet though.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Everybody wants to brand themselves. Be original. Gotcha. Okay.
exactly.
So you made that one with diet cheese.
Right.
Okay.
This is with diet cheddar cheese and diet pepper jack cheese, so it has like spiciness to it. Yeah.
And then what happened?
Then what happened? So once I mixed the cheese in there, right? Pretty much everything is mixed in, all the spices, the pepper, the lemon juice. And don't forget the egg substitute, which I use the Garzano beans and the chia seeds to make it bind together. And all I did was sprinkle a little paprika on top, and then I put it into the oven. And that was pretty much it. I mean, I gave it about 30 to 35 minutes to cook because it's not, the regular macaroni and cheese where it takes a little longer for the milk to dissolve, but there's
Right.
no milk in here, so it takes a little less time. And that was pretty much it on the macaroni and
Sorry, I don't
cheese,
know how to help with that yet.
You gotta be careful what you say.
right? Hey, what did I say, Google? Wow.
Oh man, I'm excited. You know what? Can you come in one day and show us how to make a diet pizza? Is that possible?
I mean, sure, anything's possible. It'll be probably my second time making a pizza, but
Okay.
I can manage.
Yeah. I mean, you got me excited. Now I think I'm going to do that today. I'm going to go and see if I get some diet cheese. And now I'm going
good.
to, I could have grilled cheese sandwiches again.
Yes.
I could have, wow, this is
Yeah.
amazing.
Exactly. So
Yeah, and I'm not quite there yet,
okay.
but I am
Okay.
on the road. And this is why I want to, have wonderful people like you come and do the show to give more information on, making food that tastes great, but also alternatives that could be good for one's body as well.
Exactly.
I think food should be fun as well as good for you.
Exactly.
Not just fun just to be fun.
No, it has to have
You know.
be fun and healthy.
Yeah, and that's more, you can have more fun when you're healthy,
Yes, exactly.
Allegedly. I don't know. I'm just saying. So what is your website?
My website is okay. That's gonna be like a really long one. I'd probably have to like spell it
Or the
out.
best way for people to contact you, because again, you do work on film sets and TV series stuff, and
Yes.
as well as parties, and I met you at a festival,
Right.
so you're available to throw down. In fact, are you going to the festival next week?
The Black Vegan Fest.
Yeah.
I'll be there. Yeah.
Are you cooking, or are you just gonna go hang out?
I'm gonna be cooking, making some money.
What? I'm
Yes.
so. How'd you get involved with that?
Yes. The Black Vegan Fest. Actually, I got a flyer when I was at African Street Festival and at Dance Africa BAM.
Okay.
So there's people that was handing out flyers, and I was like, oh, okay, I definitely got to do this.
Right.
It's always make money, network, and just brand your, get your name out there. So that's how I got started, and
Wow.
I booked my booth, Now I'm in there, so I'll be there.
You booked your boot.
Yes.
You booked your boot.
Yes, man.
You're in Brooklyn, child.
Have a little extra. Okay, yes.
Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Thank you so much for coming. I mean, is there anything you would like to let people know about some of the services you provide that maybe I can't express? You can obviously do a better job. Can you tell the folks of the different things that you might cook and do?
So I do vegan sandwiches. I have vegan buffalo chicken, a savory roast, a black bean spice, a classic American burger, fried portobello. I do vegan soul food as well, vegan oxtails, vegan shrimp, vegan barbecue chicken, vegan jerk chicken, rice and peas, kale, vegan chicken pasta, quinoa and kale, trini lo mein, and there's a lot more variety that I have as
Oh, my
well.
specialty is vegan brownies. I also do that as well. And the different things that I am available for, I do craft services if you need somebody to cater, if you're on a set or a birthday party or a wedding. I'm available to do all events, all parties and stuff like that. You can follow me on Instagram
at Lady M_Veggielicious. LADYM_VEGELICIOUS.
That is great. I am so excited, and I'm excited you're going to be at the, and that's going to be like, well, I'm not going to tell anyone where where we're at because we're in cyberspace, we're in internet land. But can you give the address of where you're going to be at this this fest?
The festival is going to be on Herkimer Street between Howard and Ralph.
Awesome.
Yes. It's like it's long for too long.
Awesome, Mundo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Lady M for coming today. This is amazing. We actually have a little bit more time. So, you know what? Can you give your top restaurants or places to buy different ingredients? I think that would be really great for the audience.
Top restaurants or like the stores I buy this?
Both.
I really love going to Red Bamboo.
Okay.
It's a vegan restaurant on West 4th Street and like 6th Avenue.
Okay. Is that the one Stevie Wonder goes to?
I don't know. Is that what you heard? I don't know.
I heard there was one that when he comes in town that
Okay.
he checks out.
I don't know if he goes. I knew Janet Jackson been there,
Okay.
but I don't know if Stevie Wonder been there.
Okay.
But yeah, that one. And I think that's my favorite one out of all of them. I rarely go out to vegan restaurants.
Oh,
Crazy.
really?
Yeah, so I'm like trying to figure out which one to go to. But yeah, I usually like cook home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, do you save more money cooking home? Because it seems like it's super expensive to cook for the vegan lifestyle.
Yeah. It is. You do save money.
You do save money.
Yeah, you do.
Eating out or cooking home?
Cooking home. Because
Still, okay.
well, if depends on what items you get at the supermarket, it can be pretty expensive, but they say the healthier the foods, the more money it costs, so,
Which I never understood that. Because, yeah, I don't know. That makes no sense. But you save a lot of money in the end with hospital bills, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's the way I look at it. At least I try to tell myself when the bank account keeps going down because I'm trying to eat well.
Exactly.
But there are more and more vegetarian as well as vegan places to eat these days.
That's true.
So I'm glad I caught this interest in this direction now because my heart goes out to people that have been doing this for like the last 30 years. I don't know how they did it.
Right.
I don't even know. Like it makes no sense to me. While everyone else is, this burger sure tastes good. How are your fries? They're great.
I know.
And then you have the vegan person in the background like, well, I guess I'll just wait till I go home. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Hey, I mean, there's some choices for us in restaurants, but it's not a lot.
yeah, it's called salad.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, and that's another thing too, because it still is summertime, right? And I still to this day hear the complaint about barbecues and weddings and all these wonderful events, but they don't really have options for people that want to eat in that direction. So that kind of stinks. So if we could come up with some dishes that everyone could eat and everyone would love, I think that'll be great.
Exactly.
I think that'll be really, really, really good. Man. So, all right, again, say your social media.
Social media.
Lady M Vegelicious.
Cool. And if you want to check us out, currently now, well, first of all, anything having to do with Foodcaster, Geekcaster, go to sevnetwork.com. That is sevnetwork.com, which stands for Sonic Eclectic Vision. So sevnetwork.com. And on Instagram, it's Foodcaster1. Foodcaster and then the number 1 after that. Except no imitations. We are Foodcaster. Thank you so much. Again, no one's telling you how to eat. No one's telling you what to eat or whatever like that. Do your research. We're gonna have some meat eaters on the show, some other things, but those that would like to look into alternatives, I think this is a great place to find that information about eating live food, staying alive, being healthy. You're watching Foodcaster. Thank you very much. I am Michael 7 Michael, and continue to enjoy your journey and enjoy your food. Woohoo! That was painless, right?
Yeah, it was painless. It was smooth. Lights on though.